This is a cute little house for them. Girls, aren't you? Oh yeah, yeah, you're having the cherry.
The farm has a lot to offer, and the more we look, the more we find. Here's an unusual peek into our wonderful world of chickens.
Chickens are wonderful creatures. I mean, they're not only wonderful, and they're lovely to have, and they're lovely to see and watch, because they've all got different personalities, different chickens, but, you know, they're such hard workers, such hard workers. And also, you know, if you're a bit stressed, you need to just sit down in your garden, get yourself a cup of tea, and just sit and chill with them. They're lovely. Oh, have a little coop, you know, have a little place and have a couple of girls. Go and rescue some from one of these places. They're just awesome.
Chickens are in demand right now, and they can be quite hard to come by. In the past, Mum likes to rehome older commercial laying hens, and charities can help with that.
Yeah, I bought some of those that have come out of a battery, and they've looked right as your father. They've got no feathers, and you'd be surprised how those girls grow, and they just need a bit of love and a bit of sunshine, and off they go, man, honestly. Fantastic girls. Yeah, they're really good. They soon put some feathers on, and then they start laying. You might have to be patient, but they were awesome.
At the farm, the chickens are all free range. Perhaps a little too much so at times.
They're in the cage because there's lots of predators, red kites and foxes, so that wouldn't be good, and there's nothing worse than going home and seeing your chickens been, you know, eaten by one of those things.
Of course, chickens aren't all sunshine and eggs. If you're considering taking the leap, there are a few things you'll want to think about before getting started.
Huh? You good girls? Before you start, yeah, you've got to get yourself a little hen coop, and there's all these fantastic ones. There's these plastic ones you can get, or you can get a little wooden one. Or you could, you know, you might have had a rabbit and you've got a nice rabbit house or something you can just do some adjustments to. So that's really what you need. You don't need all these expensive feeders and this, that and the other for this and...
Oh, what's in there? Oil?
Gets a bit of black in there.
That's grim.
They need fresh water every day, so you can use a china bowl, whatever you've got. And they love sort of drinking from puddles and, you know, anything, you know, they're not fussy. And then you want something to put your food.
You put the food in there?
Yeah.
That's ingenious.
So they really love watermelons. Actually, they've got another one, and they'll scoff that.
Oh.
They absolutely love it.
It's
yeah.
organic feed bowls.
Yeah, she's having a strawberry. Apparently they're not meant to give them chocolate or raw potatoes. Well, I usually cook them for them anyhow, but they don't need masses and masses.
They're super economical and all a little bit different.
All different shapes and sizes. I like the little banties, and I've just bought I've got 3 little pullets, little white. Oh, Roo, they are such characters. They may be small, but let me tell you, they make their presence known. A pullet is a young chicken, a young female chicken. So, and they're bantams as well. That means bantams are always the smaller variety. Flipping fabulous they are, because you don't have to have massive ones, you can have small ones. And you think, the eggs are like this, teeny tiny, and let me tell you, those yolks in them chickens are just fantastic, fantastic. They're very highly strung, very intelligent. They're not super friendly, but they are such hard-working girls. The black ones, that's a Burford Brown, and I must have had them, oh my goodness, 5, 6 years, perhaps more than that. I mean, they probably don't lay any eggs, and it's like the chicken for the elderly here, but you know, they might lay a few and I'm very happy. That's it. You know, the first two and a half years is when you're going to get the majority of your eggs, and then, you know, they'll dwindle. They'll still lay you some eggs, and they'll last till, you know, if you look after them, they'll last for 5, 6, 7 years. And some people keep their chickens going till they're about 12. You know, if you love them and look after them, they're grand. The hybrid ones, the ones you get from these battery cages or these free-range places where they're getting rid of the hens, they'll lay, you know, a good amount of eggs. But like the purebreds, like, say you were going to have some, I don't know, white Sussex or one of those old-fashioned breeds, they wouldn't be that much, you know, 150 eggs a year or 120, not as many. But what you get are lovely. That's what you got to remember.
It's interesting to know that, like your veggies, eggs are slightly seasonal in principle.
You would have thought they'd lay more in the light. No? In the dark.
The lack of light is not good. They want...
Right.
These short days are notorious.
So how are there still so many eggs in the supermarkets?
Because they have artificial light.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have put the lights on in the chicken houses. Yeah?
It's like Vegas.
Yeah, it is like Vegas, yeah.
Sitting and never sleep. What are all these holes?
Rat holes.
Rat holes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so gross.
Gross, yeah.
It's the worst thing about chickens is rats.
Yeah.
They've even got a window and everything.
I've just put these bantams out here. Those are the bantams that were all round there. And I've had to put them in there because Mr. Reynolds did come calling.
Who's Mr. Reynolds?
Mr. Fox.
Ah.
And you know my little Bruce, my lovely little chicken that I had?
Yeah.
He came and ate him. And one of my cockerels,
So you call him Mr. Reynolds?
Mr. Reynolds, yeah.
That's known for a fox?
Yeah, that's a name for a fox, Mr. Reynolds.
Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah. So they've had to come in here, which they're not very happy about, but I've told them.
Well, it's better safe than sorry.
Yes, better safe than... That's just what I told them,
as
Ruth.
they say.
Yeah. I mean, they do destroy your garden and do a few little things about the place that are not so good, but oh, they're friendly though, and creatures of habit. You know, they really are funny. Yeah, I love them. And I like to see them free roam. You can't always have them free roam. When you're planting your seeds and doing your, it's not good. But in the autumn, you know, when it's not as, you can let them out a bit more. But they're stress busters. They really are. They're joyful, I think.
They're everywhere. Gross.
Ha! That's funny. I'm no chicken expert, but I just love them. They are great company, and yeah, they're marvellous critters. And they lay you an egg, for God's sake.
On reflection, chickens have always been a big part of the farm, yet often overlooked. But they're the most accessible way for you to bring a bit of the joy we find to your garden at home.
Go on then, chicks.